What's up, everybody? Damon here with Max, and we're just talking about Deadpool, like we do here in the IGN office. Movie came out earlier this year. Big success.
Yeah, which is weird because Deadpool kind of had a slow start.
Well, yeah, I would say a year ago, your average moviegoer may not have even heard of Deadpool.
He was kind of wheeled into existence, but he's not a super old character, but he's also been around for quite a while. He first showed up, I think it was 1989, I want to say. It was in the New Mutants. He showed up in the same issue that had the first appearance of Gideon, and I want to say Copycat as well. And he was kind of this weird character who's he's a mercenary, you know, he's got regenerative health, he's got some Wolverine's stuff in him, but he's kind of this culmination of all things that were like late 80s, early 90s comics. He's got all the little pouches, he's sort of a ninja, he's got machine guns, and he sort of became like the tongue-in-cheek, like fourth wall breaking voice of comedy for the Marvel Universe. And they've always had funny characters, but he was more so like that.
Did he grow into that character over time, or was he right out the gate breaking the fourth wall?
He's always kind of been, the Chimichangas kind of came on later on, but he's always sort of like a Looney Tunes character. Like he would just, I mean, it kind of tied in with his whole power where he can't really die, so he's sort of like Wile E. Coyote in that sense. So a lot of explosions and violence, but like, it was weird because he first showed up in New Mutants, then he popped up in X-Force here and there, and you know, he'd make appearances in, I think, in X-Men, and eventually he got his own miniseries, and that turned into a second miniseries, and it was in 1996 that he got his first solo series, and that ran for a few years, and then they kind of killed him off.
Yeah.
And then he started showing up again. Like they brought him back because he's a superhero. You can't really kill him. But
they never truly died.
I think it was probably close to a decade ago that Ryan Reynolds first started talking about how much he wanted to play Deadpool.
Right. Well, there was X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, which was not the best representation. Not so much. They kind of completely missed the point of what Deadpool should be, but Ryan Reynolds kept pushing to show up in the movie. And kind of in the middle there, we got a Deadpool video game, and he showed up in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And like he went from being this sort of like occasional guest star, like, you know, D-lister, to really being more of like a fan favorite, you know?
Right.
He kind of rose up. I would put him in the same category as Boba Fett almost, where he started out as like this thing that like only nerds are going to know him by name, but then all of a sudden he's like on t-shirts and there's a lot of action figures of him. And the movie came out and I think it blew everyone away. And
highest grossing R-rated movie of all time?
Yeah, I saw it opening night and I loved it. And I was like, I went in there with some very, you know, discerning Deadpool nerd tastes, and they've already got a sequel in the works, so I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Sequel is in the works. The movie's on Blu-ray now.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna be next for Deadpool?
I mean, I hope they bring in Cable. I think that's kind of the idea. And the best thing that Cable could do is just be a straight man to Deadpool. So
Cable recruited Deadpool to X-Force in the 90s?
I believe so. I think it was like a little bit later on, but they would bash heads quite a lot. I mean, they're kind of like a buddy cop duo. The Cable and Deadpool run is
I want to see the Cable and Deadpool buddy cop movie.
Yep,
for sure.
Lethal Weapon.
Well, how about you? Where do you want to see Deadpool go next? Let us know in the comments. If you haven't seen the movie, it's highly unlikely, considering it's been such a big success, but go check it out. Then come back here, let us know what you thought. And for what is next on Deadpool, make sure you stay tuned to IGN.